and hopefully everybody on the line has heard this term before, but we'll dive a little bit really quickly into what discrete event simulation is. So discrete event simulation models the operation of a system as discrete sequence of events in time. The event occurs at a particular instant in time and marks a change of state of the system. So this is process thinking, right? How do units change? How do units move through our processes? What changes as they go through the process? We use discrete event simulation to model systems or processes where the variables of interest only change at discrete times. This is useful in manufacturing where cyclical processes with known cycle times and variability are common. So when we say that variables of interest only change at discrete times, think about that from a unit perspective, right? Cycle times may change unit to unit. Demand may change day to day or shift to shift. So we know when, and we can identify when the variables are going to change. They're not continuously changing across time. So how is this different from other modeling solutions? So it differs from continuous, like I just said. Variables only change at discrete times. Unit to unit cycle time may change. Yield may change. And it's also different from deterministic modeling, which changes variables in specific ways to solve for a desired outcome. So anytime we talk about modeling or simulation, the first question I get from our technical leaders is, well, what's it going to solve for me, right? How can I just load in everything I know and get it to solve for a specific outcome that I want? Well, discrete event simulation is not really used for that. It's helpful in identifying opportunities. It's helpful in pulling the levers that we know exist and seeing the outcome. So when we talk about simulation, about modeling, there are some really common challenges. And we notice goes along with the voice of the customer that we got as we were rolling this out. Hey, we've got this great discrete event simulation. And the reactions that we got were typically related to the two major obstacles in modeling. One is cost. Modeling solutions tend to be extremely expensive. And so organizations tend to resist implementing them because, they cost a lot of money and the return on investment might be a little bit unclear. Another big one is technical barrier. As soon as we started talking about simulation and modeling software, people were like, listen, I don't have a PhD, like I can't do this. Because there were other simulation softwares out there that are so complex that they're just an immediate turnoff for people. I don't have the time to sit down and spend months learning the simulation software. So that brings us to Process Playground, which MoreSteam provides. And this helped us in the two ways, and we'll talk specifically about them. The Process Playground provides a really simple, low barrier to entry, cost-effective way to model solutions that we've shown can be given to line engineers, manufacturing quality, OpEx engineers, technicians, people basically on their first day of work can pull this, can pull this up. They could start modeling stuff and they could start working with it really quickly. So the first thing that we did was we integrated Process Playground into our green belt, black belt, master black belt training curricula. So everybody who went through that training program at Medtronic got some level of exposure. Black belts and master black belts are expected to use Process Playground and demonstrate their knowledge of it in their certification projects. So green belts got to see it. They got to see how cool it was. Black belts got a little bit deeper introduction into it. Master black belts really went deep into all the different tools that Process Playground can provide. The addition of this module that's down to your right, and this is something that MoreSteam provided, and the corresponding competency around modeling, around hypothesis testing, has improved the analytical quality and rigor of many of our certification projects.